Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the Chelsea Road to Glory. Today we got a lot of stuff going on. Obviously, in the real world, we're still within the seams of Black Friday, and that stuff will be covered eventually at the end of this week. There will be a new promo coming out soon, but for right now, we're still on that catch-up. Like I said, we don't have a lot left. In terms of promos, this video I think takes place during the road to the knockouts, so we're still far behind, but not too far when you think about how many videos will be out by the coming weeks, and we'll be straight up on top of everybody else the same way, or I'll be pushing out the same content that everybody else will be at the time. I'm just, we're playing catch up for right now. I'm trying to show you, introduce you to how the team has gone on, how the team got to where it is today. Obviously, I can't show you what the team is like today, but if you would like to see that, go check out my Twitter. I have the current team, or as recent as it is, on there pinned to the profile, so you can see the progress that has been made in advance if you would like to. But if you like the video format better to see how we're doing, this is a lot better for you. And hopefully the pack pulls and all that stuff is as entertaining as it is for you guys, because honestly, the gameplay, it's not terrible, but it can be improved. A lot of the traits are very good, and this past weekend, I actually got to play the weekend league for the first time. And what I will say is that it does lack some good defensive traits. Sometimes it feels like the attacking traits are a bit overpowered. But I only say that just because Heung-min Son scored a number of goals against me from like way outside the box that you would think are not going in or hitting the crossbar or going above the net, but they went in every single time. And I still have Sanchez in net at the time of that weekend league. So for that weekend league, it was pretty terrible. I would imagine that he would concede those shots just because he's so low rated. But at the same time, you would think that those shots would not go in 100% of the time. But I guess for a guy like Heung-min Son, it's very easy and simple and all that, and I kind of just wanted to get it over with. But for right now, they did add the the weekend league champs bonus or whatever for like points. And speaking of Sanchez, this is where we actually got our first owner, Sanchez, which we're still waiting on a goalkeeper evolutions. But I think somebody on Twitter pointed out, I think it was like AJ3, said that they think, in their opinion, that there's something wrong with the goalkeepers, which is why we haven't gotten a goalkeeper evolution. And I think that also stems from the fact that most of the special goalkeepers, at least in the previous years, they haven't really been all that, because their reactions and stuff in their game, in the in-game stats, they don't get improved. Like the card stats on the face value, on the face, like they show that they're boosted, but the reactions in the game are actually the same as their base, no matter what version they are, which kind of is interesting, because it reminds me of back, I think it was 17 or 18, one of those years where it might have been earlier than that, because it was De Gea's team of the year that was actually on par with his goal team of the year, just because that reaction stat was still the same, even though it was a better card. And right here, this was not my first double walkout, but very, very exciting, I would say, because it was Mane that then turned into Ronaldo. I was not expecting that. I knew I got Mane based on that. And then when I saw the line for the double walkout, I was just imagining what it could be. It could have been anybody. It was literally his teammate, which, it's pretty fun to look at, to experience. A double walkout. We don't get many of those nowadays. And in the early game, you kind of want those walkouts, double walkouts. And obviously for us, Mane and Ronaldo are useless because they never played a single game for Chelsea, whether in the youth or for the first team. So there's that. And you know, we got a couple stuff. We're gonna end off the video pretty soon, I think, with all our evolutions so far. So you'll get to see who were the mystery players. Obviously, the first mystery player was Kevin De Bruyne. If you made it this far into the video, Kevin De Bruyne was added into our team. Chalobah makes our first evolution after Mudryk. And then Zvitkova looked pretty decent in the Golden Glow Up Part 2. And I think the Welcome to Evolutions was the first upgrade she had. And then we put Simons, however you say that. I assume it's Simmons. And I got really lucky with that bronze because I was literally looking through like every bronze in FUT GG that was either in the youth for Chelsea or at Chelsea currently, or was previously at Chelsea, and he was the only one that like popped up and I already had in the club. So I got really lucky with that. And you know what? I just decided to do him. You know, he's English. He'll get some links at some point if there's another upgrade down the line or whatever. I don't think Enzo was in the last team update or in the previous video, but we did buy Enzo. Maybe a bit overpriced. I think I paid like maybe 20 or 30k, and then he crashed like the week after. But with that said, we showed Zvitkova, we showed Chalobah, we showed Simmons, and obviously Werner is our foundations evolution. I don't know who to pick. I forget what the requirements were at the time, so I can't really say that I would have given it to anybody else. Werner, for me, he's my guy, just because of, you know, his Champions League quote and everything, and all the people make fun of him for the amount of misses he had. But you know, I still appreciate him for everything he's done. I'm still waiting on a evolution for Kai Havertz as well. Maybe Mason Mount gets one. But with that being said, that's the end of the video. We have reached it. Hopefully in the next one we'll have some good packs. I'm not really sure how much I've recorded that were good packs. Hopefully it's not a long video. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next catch up. So be ready. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.